And then we don't have the Cairo surfers, but we can instead call driver.write to PNG. No, I don't think so. It would be nice with a side-by-side comparison when two images do not match. Control plus G. That's not what I wrote. No, I wrote control. Hi, and welcome to another hacking session on SmartNotes. In this session, I want to continue with the end-to-end tests, write more test cases, and flesh out some problems with the framework. So I'll set my timer and then we'll start hacking. So the first thing I want to have a look at is this error message that we output when two images do not match. So in the previous session, I wanted to do self.fail here to provide error message, but we're not inside the test case, so I want to clean that part up now. So assert drawn image could as well be a function in the test case. So let's see. And then let's do name. And here we can do this thing, and here, and this could be just like it was before. And here we can do self.fail. And now we don't have the path, so okay. So what do you want to do? Really want to do? Let's copy all of this. Let's copy all of it. And then we don't have the Cairo surfers, but we can instead call driver.write to PNG. And driver write to PNG path will just do that. That makes sense. Iteration write to PNG. Okay. So actual path. Well, let's call this. Okay, let's call this name. Right. Name. Expected path. Test resources. Name. Actual path. Test resources. Actual name. Write to PNG. Actual. Expected actual. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then all these need to change to be, oops, like that. Assert drawn images. Okay, let's see if that works. And let's see if the error message looks better. Okay, so now no tests fail. So what we can do is just let's just remove one of them. Test resources, main screen, for example. Or let's move it. Back up. Okay, so now we have perhaps a better failure. Trace back. Okay. Assertion of a drawn image did not match. I want to see what happens when we open IOGNOME with 2 images. Let's see. Can we do this side? No. Okay, so we get actual. Okay, so it's, oh. When I press the arrows, it's cycling through probably what's in the directory. That's not what I expected. Never mind. Assertion error during handling of the above as exception. Yeah, so that's pretty okay. Drawn image did not match. Let's remove this colon. And then we can say something like actions. Then we can say examine. And then for even easier copying, we can just do it like this. And drawn image did not match. No, we don't need it. We can choose to examine, or we can choose to accept. Something like that. Yeah. Let's have a look at that. Okay, draw an image not match. Examine, we can just double click, triple click to examine it, and yeah, it looks good. And then we can do this. And then we can run the test again. And we're back, yeah. And we can remove this backup. Right, so that will make the workflow a bit easier. Is there anything more I want to do with this now? No, I don't think so. It would be nice with a side-by-side comparison when 2 images do not match. IOGNOME did not seem to want to show 2 images side by side. But let's ignore that for now. And this change is okay, so improve workflow for failed image comparisons. Yeah. So let's see what to work on next. So I would like to add another search bar test for hiding, and we'll just expand this one. So we do a key event, and then we do Control G for hide, and then let's call the search bar halfway hide, and then do another 100 milliseconds, and we should be back to the main screen. Okay. And let's see what that looks like. Key down, missing one required description. Okay. Key event. What is this? Oh, interesting. Did we just find a bug? Key down. Oh, I think key this is not needed, so it must be defaulted to none. Okay. Key down, missing one required position and argument description. What? Oh, there's one more key down here. Right. Come on. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure why this is. Let's just move it out of the way. Okay, not sure what's going on. Can we still do? Okay. Never mind. Okay, so drawn image did not match. We can examine the drawn image. And it's halfway hide. And that doesn't really look correct to me. Halfway hidden, I would have expected it to so this is showing and halfway hidden. I would expect something like that, like actually half hidden. Okay, so is there a problem once again with this elapsed millisecond search per halfway? Or Control G is not the correct thing here? Let's see in the settings, control. Oh, interesting. Toggle. So, yeah, key dismiss. Here it is. Control plus G. That's not what I wrote. No, I wrote Control minus G. Okay. So it should be plus here. That's the syntax for specifying key events. Okay. So let's run the tests again and see what the... Yeah. Now it looks better. The search bar is halfway hidden, but I think this focus rectangle is a bit out of sync, and I think that's because in the update event we do a resize, and in the next iteration we actually draw something. So one way to fix that would be to, let's see, half. I mean, it would be nice to fix in the code, but I want to do it in a test first. So we press Control G. Okay, this should have fixed it. How about one more? Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is what I expect to see halfway. I didn't expect to have to do all those iterations, but let's go with it for now. And so let's copy these, run the test again. And we expected, yeah, it's the same problem with the main screen. So let's just add another one of these to get the test passing. Okay, didn't help. Okay, so now probably this animation hasn't caught up yet because it's a bit more slow. Like, I think that one is like 300 milliseconds in total, so let's just increase that one a bit so that the network also has time to finish its animation. So we're back to the main screen. No, still not. I mean, if you look carefully at this image, you can see that network is not centered vertically, which it should be. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, because there are no... okay. This will not advance the animation. It will just get rid of out of sync problems when you like resize something and then you redraw it in the next iteration. So let's just increase the time there. Not sure if it's gonna work, but maybe. No, still no. Still seems to be in the same position. Why is that? Is it okay? So let's just do 200, 200. Okay, so this is definitely something I want to look into, but for now, just want to get it passing. Why isn't it moving back? Okay, so if we do debug animations, bring up the search bar, close it. Other one slides in place. Why isn't it doing that? I can also close the... Okay, let's see again. They're roughly the same. Okay. Let's just do a bunch more. Okay. Run the tests. Okay, interesting. All right. Not sure what's going on really, but let's commit this test. And we can say test hiding search bar as well. So write more test cases. Yeah, I won't do that. Why are 2 iterations needed for main screen to appear correctly? Issues with update raw out of sync. Yeah. So I want to spend the last few minutes of this session, see if I can figure out something. So, I mean, the first problem is perhaps a bit simpler. It has to do with the main screen. So let's see if we can run only that one. Test main screen, and I think we can do like this, and it will not treat it as a test case. So let's see. Yeah, so it only ran one test now, and the problem was if we didn't do this in the setup, driver iteration, it didn't work. And then the actual main screen was, yeah, the animation did not complete. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's try to sketch out the events. So we have an iteration. That's the only thing that happens. The iteration does nothing up here because we don't pass any events. So we do an update with 1000 milliseconds, and then we do a draw. So if we look at like the Smart Notes widget, it will receive, this is the topmost widget. So when it receives the update, it just forwards it to all the widgets in this VBox, and one of those widgets is the network. The network will receive an update call here. We forward it to the base class, and the elapsed milliseconds would be 1 second here. So what would happen is that it would place, would create all the nodes, and update for node would be called for each node, and center position is not relevant here. Perhaps the relevant part here is the animation. So if target is not target, let's see. Yeah, so in the very first, let's say for example a child node that would animate from the center and outwards. In that case, we'll end up here the first time. the center position would be set, so we would set rect equals target equals previous, which is probably, and we all set it to this center position. And if rect is none, it will not be. And if target is not self-target, yeah, so that we will end up here, because the target it's where it's currently drawn, and self.target is where it wants to be drawn. And okay, so that's the timer. So if the animation is active, we just reset it, otherwise we do this is where we start the timer. So we start the timer and then right immediately up here it's active. And we advance the timer and then we calculate a new position. Yes, it's I mean, this might be a problem with this implementation. I mean, like, if we start an animation and then immediately advance it, those first frames of the animation will never appear. So we probably only want to advance if we didn't just start a timer. I mean, we could solve it by doing something like that. But yeah, so I mean, we should get 100% here, I think. Let's see what it prints. I think this will probably be the last thing I do in this session. So it prints, there are probably 3 notes, and it prints 0 for all of them. And I would have expected it to print 100. So animation, let's quickly look. We started with the duration and then immediately advanced. If progress. Oh, so the animation advance. What? What? Advance. Okay, so advance it reports the percent before applying the elapsed milliseconds. So advancing immediately after starting is not a problem. Yeah, okay. So that explains why we need to call it twice. Okay, so perhaps a good finding. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's a good way to handle it or not, but anyway, I think this will be it for this session. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.